Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. The Warriors will do everything they can to become champions again, even with Stephen Curry playing. There are great young players who are not stars yet, but have everything to shine in the future, such as Braxton Key, who was elected the best defensive player of the year in the G League. What do the Warriors need to do to give him a contract? Braxton Key has been solid and wants to earn his place in the NBA. The Warriors can sign the best defensive player in the G League, Braxton Key. As the Golden State Warriors were busy getting a big road win over the Memphis Grizzlies on Tuesday, their G League affiliate were in the middle of a tight tussle in the first round of the G League playoffs. Unfortunately for Santa Cruz, their campaign came to an end on their home floor in a 131-127 defeat to the Valley Suns at Kaiser Permanente Arena. The Warriors found themselves down by 11 at the half, yet a 38-23 third quarter had them on the brink of advancing before the Suns closed the final period 30-22 to claim a road win. Former NBA first-round pick Tidy Washington Jr. exploded for 40 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists for the Suns, ultimately proving too much for Santa Cruz despite the hosts having 6 players in double-figure scoring. Warriors forward Braxton Key has won G League Defensive Player of the Year. Braxton Key once again led the way for the Warriors with 30 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 assists in the 4-point defeat. The two-way contracted forward shot 13 of 22 from the floor, 3 of 5 from three-point range, and finished as a +7 despite the loss. While a disappointing end from a team standpoint, it was another big performance from Key, who has been posting massive numbers in the G League since signing his two-way deal with Golden State in early March. Key has now been rewarded for his impressive season both with the Warriors and previously San Diego Clippers by being named the G League's Defensive Player of the Year on Wednesday. In 11 regular season appearances with Santa Cruz, Key averaged 22.5 points, 9.9 rebounds, 3.9 assists, 3.4 steals and nearly a block per game. The 28-year-old also shot 55.4% from the floor and 45.2% from three-point range, the latter of which was a nice surprise given he'd shot just 20% to start the season with San Diego. While Key's G League season may now be over, there's still plenty that could play out over the coming weeks. He, Taron Armstrong and Jackson Rowe remain on two-way contracts with Golden State, though only the latter has appeared in a game for the main squad this season. Regardless, Key is the favorite for many to earn a call-up and be rewarded with an end-of-season contract in the imminent future. That would make him eligible to participate in the playoffs where his defense could be utilized in isolated possessions. After going undrafted in 2020, Key has appeared in 34 career NBA games with the Philadelphia 76ers, Detroit Pistons, and most recently with the Denver Nuggets last season. Warriors' ideal postseason lineup has no weak links despite clear missing pieces. The Golden State Warriors, since trading for Jimmy Butler, have been one of the best teams in the league. Not only are they 18-5 during that stretch, but both Draymond Green and Stephen Curry seem revitalized and have been playing at their highest level in recent years. However, they aren't the only stars feeling the effects of Jimmy Buckets. The rest of the lineup is firing on all cylinders, and even though Golden State has used multiple lineups with Butler in town, one starting unit is solidifying itself ahead of the postseason. Butler, Curry, and Green are undefeated when they start the game with Moses Moody and Brandon Podziemski. The five-man lineup has played 133 minutes together, the most of any lineup on the team despite Butler's late addition. They outscored their opponents by more than 20 points per 100 possessions, and despite not having a true center, rebound slightly better. After making it clear that the lineup has no shortcomings despite an obvious hole, the Dubs can ride the success into the postseason. Both Moody and Podziemski know that they don't have the same clout as Butler, Green, and Curry, and know they are the other guys when people talk about the team, but they pride themselves on an ability to rise to the occasion. Related, Draymond Green reveals who his biggest rival always has been. We make sure when teams look at us, they don't look at us as the weak links out there, Podziemski said to NBC Sports Bay Area. Both Podziemski and Moody are playing some of the best basketball of their career, and if they keep it up, it's hard to imagine Golden State facing an early exit. Vince Carter sounds off on what's unlocked Stephen Curry's offense for Warriors. The Warriors have huge momentum going into the final stretch of the regular season. Ahead of the Warriors' game against the Los Angeles Lakers on Thursday night, Carter gave his thoughts on the team's recent success. They are rising in the playoff standings, which had the Hall of Famer explain why that is the case. Jimmy Butler has unlocked Steph has given him an opportunity to be the scorer that he is, and that's all he needs to think about, Carter said. The floor opens up even more because of Jimmy's ability to post up. He can play off and make plays, but Steph running around, guarding Steph, and being in these positions, your defense has to shift to him. And Draymond, being the point forward, does a great job of I see what's happening. Well, guess who's on the other side? It used to be Klay Thompson. It used to be KD. Now it's Jimmy Butler, who you just said, draw fouls, and can get you in the penalty. So I think this unlocks Steph, and it seems like Steph is running as fast as he's ever run now that Jimmy has been an addition to the lineup. What lies ahead for Steph and Curry, Warriors? The Warriors have benefited from acquiring Jimmy Butler from the Miami Heat in February. This, of course, improves Stephen Curry's conditions from Vince Carter's perspective. This season, Curry is averaging 24.4 points, 6.1 assists and 4.4 rebounds per game after 63 appearances. He is shooting 44.6% from the field, including 39.9% from beyond the arc. Since the Butler trade, he has a stat line of 27.8 points, 5.9 assists and 4.2 rebounds. Golden State has a 44-31 record on the season, holding the 5th spot in the Western Conference standings. They are 2 games behind the Denver Nuggets and Los Angeles Lakers. Warriors hint that defensive stopper Gary Payton II is nearing return. The Warriors' defensive ace appears to no longer be out indefinitely. The Golden State Warriors shared some good news surrounding injured wing Gary Payton II's status on Thursday. Payton has been out since he suffered a torn ligament in his left thumb in late March. On the injury report for Thursday night's matchup against the Lakers, the Dubs listed Payton as day-to-day for the first time since the injury. That shift suggests Payton could be nearing a return. Payton is a dominant on-ball defender on the perimeter and an excellent slasher. Recently, Payton has flashed some more comfort as a primary ball handler and rekindling his three-point shot. While he's averaging 6.6 points and 3.0 rebounds in 14.9 minutes per game, 58 games, on .585/.330/.711 shooting this season, but he's been particularly productive lately. In his last 16 games before the injury, Payton recorded 10.4 points, 3.3 rebounds, and 1.3 steals per game on 50% shooting from 3. When healthy, Payton has been one of head coach Steve Kerr's most trusted role players. However, his jump shot is critical to allowing him to stay on the floor. Even if he is able to return to action, returning from such a significant injury to his shooting hand could spell trouble. Nevertheless, with the Warriors trying to avoid the play-in and the playoffs right around the corner, Payton will not have much time to figure it out. Warriors Draymond Green issues brutally honest DPOY admission. Warriors Draymond Green hoping to win a second DPOY award. The Golden State Warriors have shown dramatic improvement since the franchise traded for Jimmy Butler earlier in the year. The team was viewed as a borderline playoff participant before Butler was acquired from the Miami Heat. The Warriors have risen to the number 6 seed in the Western Conference, and head coach Steve Kerr's team could prove to be a dangerous opponent in the upcoming postseason. 3. The Warriors are led by superstar Steph Curry, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green and Butler. Curry's brilliant shooting is Golden State's most obvious weapon. He is averaging 24.4 points and shooting 39.9% from beyond the arc. However, the defensive effort of Green should not be discounted. The longtime Warrior has always been the team's defensive stopper, and it seems likely that he probably has his best chance of winning his second Defensive Player of the Year honors this season. Green must take advantage of Wembanyama injury if veteran Warrior is to gain defensive honors. The 35-year-old Green was a second-round pick of the Warriors from Michigan State in the 2012 NBA Draft. He has been a vital contributor to 4 NBA championship teams with the Warriors and is a 4-time All-Star. He is an 8-time member of the NBA's All-Defensive Team and he won Defensive Player of the Year honors for the 2016-17 season. However, winning DPOY honors in the future seems out of reach for Green because of the presence of Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs and Chet Holmgren of the Oklahoma City Thunder. The 21-year-old, 7'3" Wembanyama is a premier defensive player and he should only get better and more intimidating as he adds weight, strength, and gains experience. The same is likely to hold for Holmgren. Wembanyama is out with deep vein thrombosis in his right shoulder, so that leaves the door open for Green, and he realizes this is his last legitimate opportunity to win the award. "This is the last best chance I have to win another Defensive Player of the Year award," Green explained in an ESPN interview. "Not only because of Wemby, but also Chet, Holmgren. The young guys are coming and give the young guys their credit. They are amazing. This my last chance to win it."